Hi, good morning. Today I'm going to make a cauliflower cheese. This is a low carb version of cauliflower cheese. In fact, I'd say it goes as far as say it's keto. We're not using any flour or anything at all in the sauce. We're going to use it all with cheese, basically. It's absolutely delicious, this cauliflower cheese. I wouldn't want to go back to having one with a proper white sauce because I think this is actually so much nicer. So I'm hoping you're going to give it a go and then you can let me know what you think of it. But whenever I cook this for people who are coming round to have something to eat, they absolutely love it, and they all say, you know, God, how do you make this cauliflower cheese? It's amazing. So hopefully you will enjoy it. It's very, very, very simple, and I'm going to just talk you through it now. So let's talk about some of the ingredients that we've got. I've got a cauliflower here, which I have just broken up into florets. This was a whole cauliflower. Obviously you can do however much or as little as you want to, but I just think if I'm going to make one I might as well make a big one, and you know, kind of that forms the basis of our meal, so we'll just have a couple of little bits with it, and but that will be the main thing that we eat. So I also have some cheese which I've grated. Now this cheese is cheddar, and I've got a little bit of parmesan in there. There's about 150 grams of cheese there that's been grated. I've got some soft cheese. Here we go. It's my soft cheese. I'm going to use half this pack, so it's going to be about 125 grams. I'm going to use a little bit of mustard, Dijon mustard. Any variety of Dijon mustard will be absolutely fine. I've got some cream. Now, I don't really have an awful lot of cream left, so I might have to top it up with a little bit of water, but I prefer to use all cream. But you know, you just got to go with what you've got. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this in there, some of this vegetable bouillon, just because it just gives it a really nice flavour. Very, very simple. So I'm going to start by putting, now let's do the bouillon first. So I'm going to put just a scant teaspoon of that in there, and a teaspoon of mustard. Now the mustard, if you haven't heard me say this before, really brings out the flavour of the cheese. If you don't like mustard, don't worry, because you're not going to taste the mustard, you're just going to taste extra cheesiness. Let's pop that over there. Now, I want half of this cream cheese. This is what makes it thick. You do not need to go for expensive cream cheese either. You can just use basic essential cream cheese. Sometimes I do it with mascarpone, and that's really nice. Anymore, and let's see how much of this double cream I've got. So, oh, actually I've probably not got far off. I want about 1/4 of a cup here, so let's just top it up with a little bit of water. Could use milk. There we go, not a lot of water required. In it goes. Get all of that out of the spoon. And I'm going to just start to melt that down a little bit and mix it in. Let's just turn that down. So as you can see, there's no carbs going in as yet. Right, so now I'm going to add some cheese. Let's get to the bottom and get some of this parmesan. I'm going to save some of this cheese for the top. And I know it looks like a lot, but if you're going to have cauliflower cheese, you want to be able to taste the cheese. You don't want it to be wishy-washy. With this recipe, there's no standing there making a roux and then, you know, slowly adding the liquid. You're just making it as it is. Now, if you want to do a quick version of this, you could pre-cook the cauliflower, but it's not necessary. In fact, what happens when you cook it just with the sauce on it, you end up the juice from the cauliflower goes into the sauce and just flavours it. And the great thing about this is it doesn't need to be completely melted because it's going to go in the oven. But you can see, because of the cheese and the cream cheese, that's actually quite thick. Now, it will be thinner when it's cooked and you've got the juice of the cauliflower in it. But don't worry, I'm just going to move this out of the way. Just my pan, right, so you can see that's nice and thick. Now, I'm going to take some of these cauliflower florets and just move them about in this because I want the top layer to be quite well coated. Just pop that in. Like that, and now let's move this over. I'm going to pour the whole lot over the top. There we go. Move that out of the way. Right, now don't worry that not all the cauliflower is coated in the sauce, because it's going to go a lot more watery and it will the flavour will get into all the bits of cauliflower. I mean, you can just waft it around a bit. I know it looks a bit messy around the outside and that will go nice and brown, but that's nice crunchy bits, I like that. Right, now this is going to have a healthy layer of cheese over the top. There we go. And the lid is going on. Now, that is now ready to cook, and that's going to go into the oven for about 40 minutes, maybe an hour if it's not quite soft enough. But the beauty of this is you're not going to get, you know, if you were to cook the cauliflower beforehand, if you were going to steam or boil the cauliflower, it goes really, really sort of watery and it disintegrates as soon as you put your fork into it. Well, this you can have it so it's still got a nice bite to it. You know, it's not going to be soft and mushy. It's still going to be relatively firm. So if you check it after about 40 minutes, then you will know whether or not you want to cook it for a little bit longer. You could take the lid off for the last sort of 10 minutes to start browning off the cheese. But you want to keep it with the lid on, or foil or something if you haven't got a lid for your dish, just so that the steam that comes up then cooks through the cauliflower. So that is actually quite important. You know, that's about it. So I will show you what it looks like when it's finished. Again, it's not pretty looking, but then is any cauliflower cheese pretty looking? I will see you back here when this is cooked and I will show you what it looks like. Hi there, so it's been in the oven at 180 degrees for about 40 minutes and to me it's cooked. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so here it is. We've got some nice coloration. You can see all these crispy bits around the edge. I quite like those, but when I put my knife in, it's still it's not like really firm, but it's not soggy either. So for me, that's just perfect. Now, I'll just take a little bit you can see. So it has cooked all the way to the bottom. Now you can see that the sauce at the bottom is actually quite watery. Okay, so let's just pop a bit of parsley on, and there we have it. Let's just hold that up to that camera. You can see it's absolutely lovely. I'm just going to try a little bit. It's very hot because it's just come out of the oven. It's delicious, really, really cheesy, creamy. I can still bite the cauliflower, so it's not sort of dissolving in my mouth. Okay, so sometime I'm just going to talk to you about a few different variations that you can have with your cauliflower cheese. So you can add any vegetables you like to it. So once you've got your cauliflower, you can put some leeks, some broccoli, carrots, green beans, whatever you like in there. Sometimes I add bacon or ham into it. We are actually going to have this with some sliced ham for our dinner, so you know, that's the reason I've just made it plain, but you can do all sorts with it. I love it with a roast dinner because when you get gravy on it, it makes the gravy go sort of cheesy, which some people find gross, but I really like. And you know, it's very versatile. It's up to you. Per serving, it's only about 12 grams of carbs, so really nice and low, especially if that's what you're having for your whole meal. It's really, really filling because there's that much cheese in it that will, you know, you can't eat like huge amounts of it because it's so rich. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I mean, who would not want to eat that? It's absolutely delicious, and you know, hope that's inspired you to give it a go. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when new videos are coming out, and hopefully you've liked this one and you'll give me a thumbs up. That's all from me today. I shall see you on the next video. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye.